14 days from now, you will feel like a completely new person.
Linda Ellison from Port Charlotte, Florida, had this to say.
2 years ago, I was a mess. I had near kidney failure, glaucoma, and my blood sugar levels were out of control. But then I found Dr. Pearson's program. In just a few days, my blood sugar went from 228 to 110. And that has literally changed everything. I no longer have to worry about what I eat. My kidneys are coming back to life. I am no longer at risk. I am a new woman thanks to this program.
From day one, every doctor you've gone to has told you there is no cure to diabetes. Only ways to manage it, which is when they went on to tell you to prick yourself with a needle every morning, eat rabbit food, and run on a treadmill. And if you're type 1 diabetes, they told you that not only is there no cure for you, there will never be a cure. So give up trying. I used to believe the same. I accepted it, like I'm sure you did. We're about to reveal a secret. This single secret into the workings of the human body and its endocrine system means defeating diabetes is not only possible, but absolutely scientifically proven if you simply follow the protocol. This secret, that has over 34 clinical studies behind it, none of them covered in any major newspaper, and not taught in any major medical school. Nonetheless, these studies show definitely that it not only stabilizes your blood sugar levels in days, but effectively treats the source of diabetes that made you diabetic in the first place. The results you see here are spectacular, so outside the box, because this secret operates on a completely different playing field to the current modern approach to diabetes. This is a new angle, one medical science has completely missed the boat on. See, I spent a decade of my life trying to cure diabetes by researching the pancreas and insulin production. I later came to learn that insulin is not, I repeat not, the most effective means to regulate blood sugar for diabetics. Your body has another, completely different source, God-given, that acts as a regulator of glucose, over 100 times more powerful than insulin ever was. It was given to us, in our bodies, for diabetics to use, much like a reserve fuel tank on an airplane. Only in this case, the reserve tank is actually far bigger than the main one. All the power we need to regulate blood sugar effectively is already inside our body. We simply have never been taught how to access this almost unlimited store of sugar regulating power. That requires no insulin at all to do its job. You will in fact metabolize sugar even better than you did before you got diabetes. Hear from John Harris to see how this plays out in real life. He specifically asked me to show this to people who were considering trying out the system. He said he wanted you to know this was for real. He says,
I'm a type 1 diabetic and I've always been told there's nothing I can do about my diabetes. You just have to learn to live with it. So when I saw Dr. Pearson's program, I was a little skeptical. After only 1 week though of into the program, I realized that Dr. Pearson was right and everyone else was wrong. My blood sugar went from 192 to 105 in only 8 days. I'm off all but one of the meds, and my doctors now say that I no longer need daily insulin. This is nothing short of a miracle.
Thanks, John. So why doesn't the medical establishment tell you about this? Why hasn't any doctor told you about this? Why aren't the medical journals abuzz about this? At risk of my career, I'm going to tell you exactly why, with rock-solid proof of a conspiracy to hide the cure for diabetes, information I could only have because I was, to a certain extent, on the inside of this operation. This breakthrough is already working miracles that no one thought was possible. It is getting truly miraculous results by the thousands before our very eyes. It is scientifically based, now proven by multiple double-blind clinical trials. Blood sugar levels begin to normalize in the very first day and continue to improve every day for the next 14 days, at which point you will feel better than you felt in decades. Yes, it's unbelievable, but it is real, and you're about to know that it's real. IGF. Interesting. This was out of the scope of my expertise, but after a little research, I got the hang of it, and to me, IGF sounded very, very promising. After all, just look at what IGF stands for. It stands for insulin-like growth factor. In other words, it works very much like insulin does. I discovered it functions like our backup supply when insulin runs on empty, a backup supply that wasn't really being tapped. I was onto something. Turns out, IGF provides way more glucose metabolizing power than I thought. In fact, its power to regulate glucose was more than insulin by a full 100 times. This was revolutionary. Fact is, my research revealed, just a small increase in IGF takes almost all the burden off the pancreas. I knew right there and then, if IGF was this powerful, we only need to find an effective way to increase the amount of IGF in the system, and we could stabilize blood sugar levels in just days, and ultimately reverse diabetes type 2. What was even more exciting for me was that this would even work on diabetics with type 1. Even though your pancreas may no longer be operable, that's irrelevant. We're working with a completely different hormone, other than insulin, that is now regulating your sugar. That means type 1 diabetics now have a chance. Now all we needed was a way to control the IGF levels. What happened when we gave this solution to real people suffering from diabetes? Let's find out now.
Hey, my name is Carol. I'm from Chicago, and I have had type 1 diabetes since I was born. It runs in our family, and it's just something I've had to struggle with for pretty much my entire life. No matter what I've tried in the past, I have never really been able to get my sugar under control. Even with taking my insulin, my sugar was always high. That was until I found your program, and I am telling you, I cannot believe how well it's worked. I thank God every day that I found it, and I am completely off of my medication now. My sugar is under control. And I have even slowly started to experiment with adding new foods back into my diet, like even cakes and cookies. And my sugar has remained steady. So I have to say, thank you, Dr. Pearson. Thank you so much.
And for type 2 diabetics, the results are even more exciting. Since the IGF will reduce the need for insulin, your pancreas doesn't need to work as hard. This allows the pancreas to regenerate itself, become revitalized, and return to normal functioning. Like this.
Hey there, I'm Michael Gurrell, and I am a type 2 diabetic. I was a type 2 diabetic, and only about one day into the program, I thought, well, let's take a look, and so I checked my glucose reading, and I thought that the meter was broken. It was at 118. And that was down by 100 points from the day before. And anyway, this is really a way to treat diabetes, I think. You have certainly convinced me. I think that this is going to save a lot of lives. So this is my video to you, Dr. Pearson, and I just wanted to thank you so much. Okay, bye.
You're welcome, Michael. As you can see, IGF really can do the job 100 times better than insulin. And that is why you're seeing these impossible results so incredibly fast. If you want to experience these exact same results for yourself, if you want to eliminate all your diabetic symptoms, treat diabetes from the source, and do it all in just days, all you need is 3 things: the right information, the right program, and the right ingredients. And in just a moment, you're going to get all 3 basically for free. You will actually be able to begin the healing process within the hour in the program you're going to receive, because you are about to learn an exact system tailor-made for you that will increase IGF production exponentially and 100% naturally. This process will repair your liver from the inside out, clearing it of any damage it has sustained over the years. Hint, we all have liver damage to some extent. Healing the liver is critical to increasing IGF levels and restoring optimal blood sugar levels quickly, which will reverse your diabetes. But this won't just solve your diabetes problem. It will solve every aspect of your health. IGF happens to be a cousin of another hormone called the growth hormone. Growth hormone levels will also increase with the increase in IGF, which will offer side benefits such as a slowdown in the general aging process and increased metabolism, so weight comes off faster and more easily. There are hundreds of other wonderful benefits, which I don't even have time to go into right now. Just rest assured, increased growth hormone will make you feel like a new man or woman once you start using this program. The course makes doing all this brain-dead simple in a friendly, fun, and easy step-by-step program, which we simply call diabetes-free. For the first time in history, a treatment is available that actually gets results, and in just 14 days, with a completely safe, completely natural solution with no side effects. The program, which was created by myself and my research team, is the product of over 3 years of testing and research. We saw countless diabetic patients significantly reduce their need for medication far sooner than our doctors ever thought possible. we instantly knew it had to get out to all four corners of the earth. This course you're about to receive takes all of the guesswork out of this process of reversing diabetes. It's confusion-free, guaranteed,